everybody? It's your girl, Drea Kay. I'm back with a brand new episode of Let's Tell a Story. I have here BK, rapper extraordinaire. Let the people know who you are, what you do.
I'm BK. I'm a rapper, writer, composer, producer,
All of the things.
all of the things. And I do construction.
You do what?
Yeah, construction. I have a construction company, B&J Home Services. We do fences, flooring, sheetrock, all that. That's what I do.
Check you out. How did you get into that?
Well, so from a child, I've been interested in building because my dad was in the Army, so we moved around a lot, and I was in different houses all the time. So I used to write floor plans as a child and stuff like that. So I always knew I wanted to be an architect. So I ended up going to college for architecture, hated it because it was stressful as hell. I went to LSU, so their program is super duper duper hard.
Yeah.
So I ended up just switching to construction management because it's the same thing, but more money and less work. So yeah, it's still an engineering degree, but it's basically just project management.
And when you think about having your own business and everything like that, sometimes people think that you should do something that you're gifted and passionate in just to make a living for yourself. But construction, that's not really more so like a passion per se, or is it?
I would say it is. Okay, so how is the passion for me is I like building. At the end of the day, I like to look at the finished product and be like, I did this.
Yeah.
I did this board and batter, and I painted it. It looks nice. From what it looked like before, I changed it into this. So in a way, it's kind of like art to me. I've always been into artistic things. I always drew and stuff like that. So creating things is pretty much cool. Now I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's I hate this. I don't want to, I'm doing this work because, I might be fixing a toilet or something like that. It's that's not creating something, or, patching up something, that's not creating something. But whenever I create something new, do a fence even, it's okay.
So the passion is in the creativity of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So when you got into the whole business and everything like that, creatively, were you still thinking about doing music? Were you still trying to transition into that?
So actually, the business came before music. I've always been, as I said before, a creative person, drawing into the arts, into music. I was in the band and things like that.
A band?
I was in the band, girl. I played the flute.
The flute? I thought you was
a woodwind. I was shooting for that first chair. But I did that. I did concerts and stuff, and I always wanted to be on a stage performing or whatever the case. But from that artistry or whatever, I was able to let it transfer into my schoolwork as far as the creating the floor plans and just creating space and things that I deem as beautiful or expression of my art, of what's going on in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of got away from the question.
No, so with music, how did you get started within your artistry with music?
Well, yeah, so within that, okay, I started off just playing around in college with my friend Myron. We would just go to the studio in school at LSU, and because you could record for free, and we just record BS songs.
Record for free?
Yeah, record for free.
Where?
Record for free.
What is it?
If you
What
go
do
to
you do that in?
college, you could use their facilities and record for free. Everything. They have I might just become a college student just so I can get stuff done.
No, I'm about to go sign up.
I'm telling you, you can go to their, it's a little recording room. You just check in. You can probably only do it for maybe 2 hours at max.
Wow.
But you can record your own music and yeah. And they have nice little spaces, really, really nice equipment.
Really?
Yeah. And we were just playing around, and we made a couple songs, a little mixtape or whatever. And I was just joking about it, and I kept writing. And one day I decided to go use my own money and go to a studio by myself.
Yeah.
And I played the song for Myron, and he was like, "Oh my God, that's so fire! I gotta get on it!" And then he got on it. We ended up putting it on YouTube, and that was my first time actually claiming a song. You know, I put it on my Instagram as well, and I was like, well, I got to go full force with this because, you know, I didn't said I'm doing it, so I'm going to do it. Like, I put it on my Instagram, so I got to keep doing it.
So that was like your first opportunity to express your artistry, like in your music, like the first time you were ever able to be like, you know what, like I did this music thing and I really like it, I'm gonna stick to it. What was your first song?
It was called Gratis. And the name came from when I used to work in retail. I used to work at Sephora.
Gratis,
and yeah, they give you gratis, which is like free makeup. So you don't come to work looking toe up. Really, that's what it really is. They give you free makeup, and gratis just means free in French. So I decided to give off this freestyle, and that's basically what it was, like gratis.
That's creative.
Yeah, I try to be deep.
I used to work at Sephora.
You did?
I got my gratis.
Yeah, I got my gratis. I love Sephora. Sephora was a good job.
Shout out to Sephora.
Shout out to Sephora.
I loved it. I just didn't like working overnight.
See, that's my problem was I didn't get enough hours.
I was working overnight.
See, I wish I
During the
would work
holidays.
overnight. I was working the holidays too. You see, they get you for the holidays and then they let you go. Tell about something, we gonna save some people. They save one person. That was a nice job. Like, imagine a job where you just have to get pretty every day.
That's what we do over here at the end of the day.
Yeah.
As you can see.
If you have a bad day at Sephora, it's a bad day. They take you to the back and they be like, one time they're like, Barbara, oh wait, we gotta like, I don't want people to know my real name, but there was like, she was like, BK. BK. Like, you don't have no makeup on. You might have mascara on, your eyebrows ain't done, and that's chapstick, that's not lipstick. You need to do something.
They want you done up.
They want you done up. It's like, it's levels.
It's levels to this
Did
thing.
they make that money over there?
They do. But BK, where did that name originally come from?
Well, it's actually my government name.
Oh, yeah?
It's just my initials. Growing up, I had an uncle who used to call me BK all the time. So it was short, sweet, to the point. So I was like, might as well just call me BK. And you could also, you know, spin it and say Bar King, Beat Killer.
Bar King. I like that. King. Not Queen.
I mean,
King.
yeah, because
King
I want to be, the king has more power.
More recognition, more respect.
More respect and more power. The queen is just, I mean, what is she really running? In the medieval sense, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth.
R.I.P. Queen Elizabeth. No, I love it. But as far as your construction company and everything like that, like, did you find it necessary to create a company of your own, to be your own boss in order to pursue music? Or was this just something that, you know, you just kind of put together yourself?
Yeah, no, it was just something I kind of put together. It was more so like, I need to use my degree. You know, like, I was using my degree at first, and I hated it. I hated the whole industry because it's a male
Dominated.
Yeah, it's very male dominant, and women don't get respect whenever they work in a corporate place. So I'd rather be the contractor than an employee because I make more money. Job gets done quicker, and I don't have to be around y'all all this time. I don't like being around people.
You just can be the head.
Yeah, I come there, you pay me, I do my work, and then, you know, because I split myself up. I got to get half up front. That's just,
Half? Not a little 10%, 20%?
No, half. We don't do percent. Some people don't know how to do percent. It's just 50%. So they understand.
50%.
I need half of the money, especially if I have a crew, you know, I have to pay my crew. So I need half the money up front, half the labor, and all the materials. Or you buy your own materials, you know. Blah, blah, blah. I can get into that stuff. Y'all probably not interested in that.
So it's important, I feel like it's important for independent artists to have their own stream of income. I really do believe that. So by you having your own stream of income, are you able to go to the studio when you want? You able to, you know, flex your own interviews and music videos and all that kind of stuff too?
It's coming along. Like, okay, so I say this. You see my bank account, my checkings, and my savings. With my business, I'm an entrepreneur, a true entrepreneur. Yeah. So, like, that's all I do. So I won't get up here and act like my business just booming. You know, there are slow seasons, and I also have children. So they be eating up the money too. So I would say I'm business minded. I can get things done when it's practical, when it makes sense. I actually had to put together a plan just, just to make sure that I'm saving enough money to just live regular life and pursue rap. Because what people don't understand is until you make it, this is like an investment, a true investment. And it's expensive. And you have to be smart about it. And you have to be consistent. So in order to be consistent, you have to make a lot of money. You can't just be,
Go to the studio once a month.
Yeah, and putting stuff out like that. Like, I've fallen in that trap a couple times where I'm like, okay, I can, but you really have to plan. You have to budget it out. You have to set a budget first and then work on that and then deal with real life. Because real life gets real. And you got to handle real life first, So unless you, unless your priorities messed up or something, I don't know.
I think as creatives, like, especially being creative and multi-gifted in a whole bunch of stuff, it's kind of hard to like navigate around reality. It's like you be trying to force yourself into creative spaces, not realizing that you got to take care of your bills first.
Exactly.
Like that's the priority.
Exactly. But what I realized with that is it really showed me that I really love music because no matter how much money I spend on it, no matter what I go through with it, I still want to do it.
Yeah,
I still want to do
love it. So what's your experience like? Just writing a song, coming up with a concept, and then putting it out there.
So it's crazy. I always tell people this, and I always say I sound crazy, but other people might not feel as crazy. It's really like a divine process with me. So
yes.
I could just be, it happens mostly when I'm doing idle things, like when my mind's just on, like, sometimes you drive and you forget you're driving.
Yeah.
Those moments, someone will come to me and be like a verse or something, or it'll just be something snappy and I'm like, oh shoot, and then it'll just start coming. It's like, I gotta stop everything I'm doing and keep with this flow. Usually, I'll ride around listening to beats.
Me too. That's all I do.
Exactly.
I don't want to listen to the radio.
No.
Put them beats on.
And then I'll see what I can catch. And if I catch something, I catch something. But mostly it's like those divine moments where, like I'm just chilling and I might be listening to a beat and then it'll be like, da 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 da. And it's like, oh, okay. Oh, you spitting. Oh, that bitch spitting. Let me write this down. It's almost like my higher self is just whispering some stuff. Like, let me drop a little heat for you. Like, speak this unto the world. Bring this on the other side.
So when you're writing, do you come up with a concept first? Like, do you have to visually see yourself in the music video before you can start like writing to it, or is it just like?
No, it's a vibe.
Whenever it comes, it comes.
It's a feeling. Like a lot of times I won't even, I need to work on that, have a concept for the song. Like sometimes it just be popping my shit. Other times it'll be like, okay, this could be romantic, or I'm gonna say something romantic. But for the most part, it's just like straight up vibes. Like, I'll just catch a vibe and keep going with that. And it might be 5 or 6 vibes. It might be like, I listen to another song, because again, like I was saying with the budgeting, I don't play with my studio time. Like, I'd rather book 10 hours and get that little discount and get off these 15 songs that I done took my time to write instead of going to the studio every week and be in there and just be like, I don't know what I'm about to say. Let me just write something. No. Before I go to the studio, I know exactly what I'm going to say, and I'm probably going to try and stuff more songs in there.
Overachiever. I love it.
Well, like, shoot, we got a budget. We got to be frugal.
No, for real.
We got to be frugal.
You got to make that time count. Definitely.
Yeah, and that's like the smartest way possible. I thought of doing that, so. It's like, let me just do it that way.
Look, Louisiana Daiquiri Factory. You can follow me at LA_Daiquiri Factory. And look, this how we rolling with it. I'm making daiquiris with premium alcohol. You see this here? That's what I'm making my daiquiris with. This is apple cognac. We make this with V-Long. Yo, this shit fire. We making tropical passion with this new Ciroc. We got a green apple. That's his favorite.
It's my favorite, y'all.
Peach Douce, strawberry Hennessy, plenty different flavors. Just follow me at Louisiana Daiquiri Factory. Simple. You can call me, DM me, or text me, and I'm pulling up. Certified. You heard me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got drink.
Down.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Drea Kay. Look what I got on. Cute, comfy. You already know. Ain't no going back. Look, I'm all about that message because we ain't going back. Okay? We ain't going back to no mess. We ain't going back to none of that crap. You hear me? So, yeah, go cop you one. Get you a little nice sweatshirt. Get you a shirt. Ooh, they got some lingerie too. look, you need to go on their website, go on their Instagram, see what they got, and make sure you all check out Let's Tell a Story on the Antidote Network. We got some new episodes coming out next week, so stay tuned. She cute, huh? I know. So you just released a single called Pre-Rolls. What was the vibe of that? What was going on in your mind when you was in the studio?
Well, it actually didn't start in the studio. It started in my car. I was listening to the beat, and I was like, damn, this is some hype stuff. This is like some future type stuff. This is like some, and then it took me back to whenever I went to Cali, and like I went to the dispensaries, and I realized like they actually sell pre-rolled joints, because I'm horrible at rolling. So even though the pre-rolls kind of trash that they sell them for $20. But it's like that's a great concept to have stuff that's already pre-rolled. So it's like, man, pre-rolls in my purse, yeah, you know, I burnt them up. Like imagine I have like a bunch of pre-rolls in my purse. I'm going to the club. I ain't gotta worry about rolling
at all.
I ain't gotta worry about nothing. Cause I mess it up, waste the weed, aim high, just mad.
So that song, it was like, when I listened to it, it was very aggressive. It was very like, you know, you was on there like talking your stuff, right? So is that your approach for yourself as an artist?
Oh no.
No?
Like I'm not saying that like oh no, I never do that. But it's really like I'm so versatile.
Yeah.
I could do a conscious rap, I could do a sexy rap, I could do a sad rap, even though I'm like really not that type of person. I don't care for that. But my style switches up a lot. It switches up a lot. So the aggressiveness isn't really just BK. It's not my tone. You can't really put BK in a box. I'm really just everywhere.
So when you put that single out, what was the intention behind that particular song? A song that is so...
It was something that you could hear from me that you could play in a club. You could play before you go to the club. You know, something that I like to make music that I would listen to. And I'm different at different times. So, you know, that joint right there was more so me going out having fun. That was that.
So when you're thinking about like putting together a project, like what would be on your ideal project? Like what would you be talking about on that?
Oh God.
Would it be like an experience, or would it be just like something?
I would definitely want it to be an experience because I'm somewhat of a unperfect perfectionist. Yeah. Certain things that I'm a perfectionist about, certain things I just don't. But when it comes to the art and stuff like that, I'm very much so like about a storyline maybe, or even like the songs connecting, the songs having some type of hidden Easter egg in them, things like that. Like, you know, you want to have an album that people like, damn, I couldn't turn it off.
Yeah.
I played it from the start to the finish, not like, oh, I only like a couple songs on there. And then, you know, you want something to stick with people because that's in my head, that's the main point of having an album, like a work of art that expresses you in the best of you.
Yeah.
And so much so that people just want more.
So when you talk about yourself being versatile, who are your influences growing up?
Oh, definitely Wayne. Lil Wayne, that was like one of the first rappers that I was like, I listened to him and he changed my idea of what rap was. I was like, wow, people are really creating visuals through their words. Yeah. You know, so Wayne, I love Kodak, I love OT. OT, Genesis, hear me out.
Hear her out.
Hear me out. I love his militantness, but like when it comes to his music, he is the only or one of the only rappers that I know that like ever since I've gotten into this manifesting things and stuff like that and affirmations, he's the only one who really raps in affirmations if you think about it. If you really listen to his music, like other people you might hear music and they might say something that you're like, I kind of don't want to repeat that because like I don't want to be saying I have like a bunch of enemies and people coming after me. You listen to OT Genesis songs, it's I look real good today. You know, I'm too blessed to be stressed. You know, I've been getting to the money. Everybody mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, all his music is really like, I could say that shit out loud and like just implement that in my life. You know, just like I said, that song, yeah, we paid. That's a Negro spiritual. You play that song, you sing that with your friends, that shit gonna come true. You gonna get paid. You gotta just believe in it. Whatever you speak, the universe doesn't see it as you plan or you just singing a song, it sees it as what you want. So I like to listen to music that, reflects that. I like to listen to artists that reflect that. And believe it or not, OT Genesis is one of those people. Who else?
Any female inspirations,
I've been
influences?
Lately I've been on that. I've been on Kay Carbon. I've been on her trail. Y'all know who Kay Carbon is? A Memphis rapper. She came out she was with Glorilla and all them. But then y'all be spitting ton. Cash Doll.
Yeah. Shout out to
Cardi, Nicki, Megan. Oh, you know who else is one of my favorite rappers? She's really underrated because she's really new to this shit. She don't rap.
Mocha
Monroe. My best friend, Mocha Monroe.
No, for real.
For real.
It be the underrated. It be like the people that's actually in the studio, doing this stuff that's not really out there in the spotlight that really got some sauce.
What?
For real.
Like Chef Boyardee, for real.
Cooking up. So where do you see yourself going with your music career and everything like that? Where do you see yourself being at?
I'm a force it. I'm a push it. I see myself, even if the world doesn't receive me, I see myself just putting out so much art that somebody receives it. I see myself with more music videos. I see myself performing at concerts. I see myself, touching people's lives through my words. Yeah. That's the main thing.
So earlier you spoke about having a strategic plan in place when it comes to your business and your music and everything like that. When you think of your music, is there a specific strategic plan within that? Do you have basically the next year or so planned out strategically?
So I'm learning with that. So I can say this, when it comes to the art and everything like that, I've been, pushing forward and keeping consistent with that. But as far as a business plan, I've been focusing a little bit more on my actual business. Yeah. So the music has been everywhere, but I'm meeting new people. I'm learning to network, and I'm working on starting a yearly plan. Maybe 6 months out or so. Just putting things together. Taking those abstract ideas and making them concrete, because with music, it's not like running a normal business. It's a lot of tricky things to it. It's a lot of things that I never even thought of that I have to do in order to push forward. I just thought I had to record music and put it out.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Maybe it's just gonna do what it do.
Maybe pay for a little promo. No. People actually have to like you. You have to go out there and show your personality and, just things that I just never thought of. There's no straight road to success. So I could just say I'm just learning as I go along and planning as I go along. It's just, like I said, I'm in my rebranding stage. It's definitely giving brain work and brainstorming right now. So
you're taking your time, basically.
Yeah, I don't have it all together as far as I can say I have a set plan. I know what I'm gonna do. I know this and that. I have a general idea. I know what I want to happen. It's just the steps in between that I have to get straightened out. Yeah. Honestly.
So, what are you learning about the business of music right now? What are some things that you're actually learning about it?
People be lying. People be lying all the time.
They do?
They lie.
And what type of people? When you're in this industry, you got all kind of people that's gunning for you, trying to come after you. You got producers, you got other artists, you got DJs and stuff like that. What type of people you gotta look out for, basically?
Well, just people who aren't genuine. You just really have to look out for people who aren't genuine. But at the end of the day, in the music industry, it's very few. Very few. Yeah. Because like I said, to me, being in the engineering mind, the music industry is a very abstract thing. How do people get their money? How do people make their money? And then you start making music, and then you start realizing how people get their money, how people make their money. They make it off of the artist. You know, and you can't hate them for that, but then you don't know which ones are pulling your leg and which one's pulling your arm to put you through the door. You know what I'm saying? So it's really weird to explain. I used to watch all these interviews of like different artists talking about how the industry is like there's snakes and there's this. Well, how are they snakes? How do they do that? And it's just like you get it and you realize that's how they snake. It's not no one specific person. It's basically like selling dreams. You know, you want to be an actress, you want to be a model. Somebody's gonna take your passion, something that you feel so strongly about, and play with it because they want money. They might not even really have a way for you to get to where you're going. They're just psychopaths. And they're psychopaths. And you gonna run into them more in the music industry than you do in regular life, because I mean, if you working a regular job or whatever, there's there's structure to that. They do have psychopaths in there, but it's not like they can BS you. They've already been vetted. Y'all done had to take piss tests and all this. Ain't no piss tests in the music industry, I don't think.
I don't believe.
I don't think. So you could be really dealing with somebody who you think is just that nigga, and they not even close to that nigga.
So you had to kind of watch out for that in your journey.
Yeah. When you start opening, because you have to open up to people to get places, which is crazy. And then when you meet those people, they do something to cause you to close up completely. Because it's like that was a lie. So
in experiencing that, like, what is something that you learned about that?
I learned to always read the fine print, do your research.
Read them contracts.
Do your research. Even if you feel like you're not even at that spot yet, somebody's gonna roll up on you that's gonna say, "Oh, I'm this person, I'm that person, and I can help you with this, and I can help you do that." And you just have to realize, like, okay, are they doing something that I've been doing? Or are they actually doing something that are they helping me with anything? Are they bringing anything to the table?
Yeah, they doing it for real.
Yeah, and then the thing with the music industry, people don't understand with artists, like, in order for somebody to get marketing or management, you gotta pay people. In order to get a manager, like, half the time, you know, they want you to already be established. So you done already did the work yourself, so what you need to pay these people for? Unless they truly know somebody who can help you, you know. And typically the artist isn't thinking like that, because it's some grimy thinking. Like, you feel like, oh, well, I'm not gonna mess with this person because, you know, I'm just gonna use them for what I want, but they're using you for what they want. So that's just business. That's what they call business. That's what they cover up and name it business.
I think that, like, with a lot of independent artists, they believe that if they don't have a certain amount of money, if they don't have a certain amount of following, if they don't have the resources, then it makes no sense to be an independent artist. So then they run into people like that, and then they get messed over.
Because what happens is, like, you end up accepting money that that you're gonna have to pay back, and
You gotta pay them people back.
You're gonna end up you're gonna be poorer. You're gonna be poorer than you would have been if you hadn't have done any of that. Like, I'm learning now. You know, at first I was like, you know, it's whatever. I could sign or I could stay independent. But I'm learning now that, like, I like my freedom.
Yeah.
I like my freedom. I don't like, we were talking about the process of me writing a song. I don't want nobody in my head telling me what to say. I don't want nobody trying to. I think that's the most offensive shit. Even though, you know, it's not offensive, but it offends me as somebody to bring me a song and be like, I want you to say this. No, you say it.
It offends a creative.
If you wrote it, yeah, like if you wrote it, you say that shit. Why you want me to say that shit? I want to say what I want to say.
Exactly.
I used to draw, and people be like, I want you to draw this. No, I want to draw what I want to draw. And that's how I knew I couldn't be like an artist in that sense, because that's literally what the job is. You do commissions. You create other people's realities. You know, I do that with construction. I do other people's vision. There's times where I'm like, oh, you really picked that color?
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that? And you want me to do, but at the end of the day, I could be like, well, that's what you wanted, that's what the customer wanted. But when it comes to this art, to this rap, whatever I write, whatever I say, it has to be me. You know, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with somebody being like, you owe me money. I want to deal with somebody like taking money from me that I don't know about. I don't want to deal with people smiling in my face and doing weird shit. I can't deal with that.
It's a lot of weird stuff going
I'm
on.
not used to that. I have certain anxieties. Like, I don't know how I'm going to act when I see you next time.
I don't know who I'm gonna be.
I don't know who I'm gonna be. I'm a Gemini. I could be acting fake one day and then I'm gonna get mad and be like, why? Is it because you fucking me? And that's why. I just decided to speak on it.
So what you working on right now? Like, what you got coming up right now?
Well, right now I have a single that I'm not gonna name it. I have a single that I feel like is really gonna be a bop, and I'm just setting up the red carpet for that one to roll it out properly.
How so?
Like I said, I was learning, like, you know, videos, interviews, putting all that stuff together. Like, if this helps any other artist, I don't mind sharing a little bit of sauce, but
Share the sauce.
basically, you know, what I've learned through these years of me doing music, you want to have that 30-day plan. You want to have the 30 days before you put the music on the platform if you're releasing it yourself. You also want to have like 30 days before the song drop, you want to have a plan of like preparing the media for it, the content for it, putting out the content. So every day up into maybe 7 days before, you're promoting it. You have interviews coming out about it. When it dropped that day, you're on like a bunch of different platforms, you know, speaking on it. You got to set that up early, and afterwards, you know, dropping visuals, dropping maybe challenges or things like that. You got to keep people engaged. So it's hard to do, and that's why it just takes me so long, because I want to make sure it's perfect, like I say.
Perfectionism.
But I just got to do it. So it's probably gonna be like top of the year that's gonna happen.
Top of the year. Well, I'm excited because I like pre-roll. I'll be in my car,
I'll be playing it too.
bopping, you know. And you listen to your own songs?
Oh yes, all the time. It actually motivates me to rap more. You know, sometimes I listen to this music at this age and I get kind of depressed, a little sad. Sometimes I listen to music and it'll make me upset and it'll make me want to go write. Cause I'm like, the streets need this.
The streets need
The streets need me.
Y'all need that.
Y'all need this, cause I don't want to down anybody. You know, there's always fans for everyone. You know, what might touch me might not touch the next person.
Yeah.
It's just not giving what it's supposed to give to me, to music.
And that's
lately.
fine. And that's fine.
That's fine.
That's for a lot of people though. I feel like it's a lot of authenticity missing in music right now. Like everybody's just, it's like a gimmick. It's like nobody wants to be themselves anymore. Like that's not cool.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, I might get crucified for saying this, but can we make any original beats anymore? Like,
Can we go past 2 minutes again?
oh, not only that, like, all the songs are old songs. Like, all the songs, like, they ain't even switching up the beat. They just using the same old beat from old. So I'm like, is that Biggie? Is that, oh, that's the old, no, this is a new song. Okay. Is that Mary J. Blige? Oh, no, this is a new, they ain't switch up the beat, and they ain't just, like, use a sample. They just gonna use the whole beat? Okay.
So you say like, it's a lot of creativity that's kind of like missing right now.
That's what I feel to me. You know, who am I?
BK?
Yeah, I'm BK. But I always like to push that narrative too. Like, you know, I feel like we're in the age where people feel like their opinions matter so much so that they just have to push it on everybody. And it's okay to disagree, and it's okay to not be feeling what other people feeling. So, you know.
Yeah, it's your boy Doja, man. We back on No Quantize this week. We got DJ Trouble in the building, man.
Yeah.
He only had to play it once. Make sure y'all tap in on the antidote.com, Roku TV, Apple TV, Fire TV, and YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? We're on the set of I Got Drink TV. It's your girl T-Pen. And it's your girl E. And we are rocking our new sponsor merchants. Ain't no going back. Because we're not going back.
The only way is up and forward.
That's it, period.
Yes, you can follow them on IG at Ain't No Going Back.
And you can follow The Antidote. You can follow us as well at XOXO_URS Truly.
And on Instagram at KJamami.
So like, subscribe, follow us on all the streaming platforms, all the social media platforms, and tune in for this next episode. Bye.
So for everybody who's listening, where can they find you? Where can they work with you? Even your business. Because somebody might need a fence.
Yeah, a fence or painting or anything like that. So my music is on my Instagram. So BAEBARAK. You just click the little LinkedIn link and it'll take you to my YouTube, my Instagram, my Spotify, my Apple Music. Not my Twitter. I'm going to do a new Twitter so I don't get canceled. And as far as construction goes, the construction Instagram is BJ Home Services LLC. And then you go on there, you can see my work, and you can contact us, and you can get a free quote.
Come on, business. Little pitch there.
You know, I can fix your house and I can rap.
I can rap and fix your house. Period. Well, it's been great talking to you. I really am excited for everything that you have going on. Yeah,
Thank you.
Your business, especially, because let's get this money.
Yeah, let's get this money.
And your music, I really like that song. We about to probably cut it back up in here. Okay.
Oh yeah, I got some other music y'all can listen to once we cut the camera.
Oh, okay.
I got a lot of stuff.
Yes, ma'am. Well, this has been another episode of Let's Tell a Story, and we'll see y'all in our next episode.